attempt 535 play Overwatch today. It's more like attempt 7. It's like, I understand a lot of people on this island when I approach because they know since I stabbed and shot people and made really decisions to defend myself that are very bloody on this island, that the people who were the most violent and bloody, I'll just disregard them because I was in that myself. I get that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they don't want to acknowledge that I exist, and I will not respect anybody that does it because I don't even believe in that way of life. And so it's just like, and I've always been anti-gang, anti-violence my whole life, you know. But I will defend myself. Unfortunately, it got bloody, and so it's just like people don't want to say anything to my face, and they're looking for anything to not make that look like to take away from it. Because if they could not acknowledge that, then they can push their own people who never did that shit, you know what I'm saying, up there and be like, okay, whatever. And I met a few like local vets that did a lot of fucked up shit before they went in the not the Marine Corps, but in the infantry, and they're chill people, you know, they get it, you know. But everybody else is just like they. It's almost like they want to put blinders on. It's just like, and that's fine, you know. It doesn't change what happened. I don't look at the world the same way, but you are correct that other people that chose that life, I just totally disagree. I don't care if you shot, stabbed, or shot anybody. It's like, fuck you, you know what I'm talking about? I don't need to respect you or anything like that. You know, go fucking kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's how you look at the world. Me, I done that and I grew the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I was put in a situation where I needed to be very bloody and bring the other people down. A lot of them, you know. And so it is what it is. I know that I'm not your race and your culture, and you want to put on that perpetrate like we're all a melting pot, we all get along, and well, fine, that's fine. Then act like you get along. You know what I'm saying? Because if someone was local and did that shit, you would bow down to that person. And now you're confined to a thing, knowing that I'm native, I serve my country, um, whatever. What's the other demons? I don't eat people. Catholic. Where's another one? I have kids. I'm not, nothing against like gay people, or whatever. But am I being cut off? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Okay, but yeah, whatever else you want to demonize people. I mean, I'm not homophobic either. So, but you see all these things like they want to call you something. It's called eye to eye contact. Call me spit. Don't make up shit. No, so you're just basically telling the world it's not happening in front of me. The world's not revolving around me. We're staying in one place and everything's moving forward. I don't know. I just always thought it was funny. It's like I don't give a fuck what you did. I don't give a fuck what you never did, and I definitely don't give a fuck what people who are on this island are. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I see. I'm topping out 100%. All right, I think this would be a little bit better. It's almost like in Seaside, some people were desperately searching that they weren't fighting like a Native Americans, like they wished and hoped that they weren't. Like the one nativist Black Panther, just like, and that's why I sort of realize I get when I deal with not my friends of friends, but friends of friends of friends that, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I see that vibe and I was like, no, definitely Latino, definitely Native American. I was just like, I sort of understand where that comes from, but no. You gotta deal with it, you know? I deal with what I actually am. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend what I deal with is not there. And if you
Yo,
can't deal with it, then don't deal with it, man. Just admit you're not dealing with it. I have to admit that. It doesn't help me at all, you know? So I'd be like, oh, that shit's not real, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't help out my personality, doesn't make my personality stronger. I am by the people who I'm surrounded by, you know? So if I can't be honest and upfront with them,
nobody's talking? No?
so let me see if I get my voice
Oh, I'm
up.
throwing then. Alright, I'm throwing. Nobody's talking, I'm throwing. Alright, let's throw hard then, baby. Let's throw
Microphone
hard.
check.
I'm gonna throw as hard as I can, okay?
Microphone. Oh, hold on. I remember making this activity for a bunch of vets. I was the activities coordinator. And so it was Easter, right? And I was like, let's have an Easter egg hunt, you know? And so this older vet, Samoan, he was one of those guys that would just always not like anything. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do something like fun. I don't want to know that. The world's coming apart and it's everybody else's fault. I'm just like, that type of guy, right? And, you know, he's half serious. But it's kind of funny after a while, you know? It's just like, oh, here he comes. And it's like, whatever.
Guys suck!
This is like
Guys
the guy
suck!
talking, right? And so we get the he doesn't want to help with the activity, putting the Easter eggs, whatever. Because I, and then before we do all the Easter eggs and put them away, he's like, why you put them there? That's his dumbass hiding spot. What are you doing? Da 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 da. Da, da, da. Everything about the fucking thing, you know, the prize are to suck, you know. It's like, who would want to do that child ass shit, right? Constant, like for like the whole month leading up to it. And I was like, fuck. And so I was like, had people sign up, and so I'm doing the last bit, and everybody, you know, let's show up, you know, to do the Easter egg hunt. And I'm like, what the fuck you doing here? You know, I'm saying, and then I was just like, oh, he's like, I'm just standing around. I just want to make sure, you know, so I see how dumb this shit is, you know. And I'm like, all right, it's nice. Can you see how dumb this shit is? Away from where no one can hear it. You know what I'm talking about? It's just like, I don't care if you don't like it. Can you not like it in quiet? Can you not like it where I don't hear it? You know what I'm saying? It's like it just keeps coming around. You know what I'm saying? It's like, leave. You know, go in your room, man. Go in your room. Get away from here. You know? It's like, fuck. You know, everybody's just like, you know how vets are. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know? So I'm saying go. And he takes off. And he like scouted out where all the good ones were. You know what I'm talking about? Comes back. He had it all planned out. He took his shirt off, put all the eggs in his shirt and shit. Motherfucker. That's like this guy talking. I don't want to play. I don't like it. Just wait right before it. guess I sort of understand it. Like, you never rob people that you like, and usually like strong arm something or arm robbery places that you know that you hate, you know, and you don't ever want to admit other people's groups of people that they're hard, and you definitely don't want to look racist while doing it, because then you know that that will pull people away, because you want the other side to look evil and you look good. I get that. That's the game we play. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that even though it's so simple and you understand it, people fall for it, and it still has some sort of effect, and because they never had to deal with something that violent before or people that violent, and you get it, and so it's just like they don't want those people to succeed, so I'm not going to acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? So, Latinos right now are the most demonized people in America, and a lot of us incorporate what is being demonized and native. So you got something that's hardly respected with something that's demonized, and it's to us it's one and the same to a lot of us. Having Caribbean Indian, having Native American north of the border and south of the border, or even South American. But it's respected more if you're white and Native American, or something that's currently the race that's not being demonized, which is, of course, people south of the border. So, if you exhibit both, people sometimes do not know how to deal with it. And in that void of not knowing creates fear. That void of not knowing certainty, people's imagination fills that void. And most of the time, what fills that void is not joy and happiness, it's fear and anger. And that's what we got to deal with it. But it's very effective. It's simplistic, and you know how the mind works. But our emotions control our thoughts. And if people do not know, and that void is filled with anger and fear, a rational thought will emerge that will justify that anger. It might not be the truth, but it is, to them it justifies that feeling and how they feel at the world. Unfortunately, it's so corrupting because it's so believable, and you can't really fight it. So how do you fight that racism? I cannot fight anger. I cannot fight fear. That's within a person, because all I could say is speak to me directly, and maybe I can answer some of those questions. And I can, and hopefully won't let fear and ignorance um, and anger fill that, because that it's going to guide you. It's going to guide everything you do. And there's nothing I could do if I can't make you see the truth. I could speak, and doesn't mean you're going to listen, believe, or whatever. But I definitely believe that on the average, most people who are intelligent can discern the truth. And those are the people I'm trying to reach. Not the people that give into fear and being and hearing to demonization of a group of people, and let that guide how you deal with people. Okay. I dealt with it before, and I dealt with it the wrong way. And the side effect was pushing racism out where no one wanted to be racist. Now, the more I do correctly and the less violent I am and peaceful I am, I had to understand, why am I dealing with more racism? And I was just like, the world is very simple. This is what keeps that away, and it's wrong, but it takes even a stronger mind to be like, okay. But what that stronger mind is not just accepting it. It's not just tolerating it. It's not just replying back to it. Not falling into that trap or responding back in kind of violence and anger and fear. It's that you know where it comes from, but you still are motivated to do the right thing. Not just you're motivated to do the right thing, yet you are doing and achieving far and above what other people are. And that's how you do it. That's how you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? This is the real world. You can't just try, you have to do. You know, there is no try. You know what I'm saying? You gotta succeed. That's what it is. And story, you know?